Welcome back to Red Pill Examined, where I look at and debunk red pill talking points and expose red pill content creators as hypocrites, liars, and scammers. And today we'll be looking at how Donovan Sharpe lied to his audience about when he moved to Las Vegas. Now this lie is just one of the many that Donovan Sharpe has told his subscribers over the years as part of this elaborate story that he's fabricated, which then supposedly led him to the red pill. And the purpose for this lie, in my opinion, is so that he could then sell himself and have some sort of credibility when it came to selling his books and courses. So without further ado, let's begin with a series of clips where Donovan Sharpe tells his audience exactly when he moved to Las Vegas.
I've never heard of an atmosphere model, ever. Dude, I lived in Vegas almost 8 years, and I've never heard of that. When were you there?
I was there from, I was trying to think of that actually.
I was there from 10 to 18.
Well, rewind about a month. So I go to Vegas and I get the very first job that I applied for.
Yeah, what year was this?
This was in 10, right here in 2010. Yeah.
So right when cell phones were really taking off.
Oh yeah. And so this was in July of 10. So I'm sitting there, I got my little bulky laptop computer. I said, you know what? Let me just go to southwest.com just to see how much a one-way ticket is to Vegas. I clicked it, and on July 1st, 2010, I landed in the LBG, and my life has been forever changed. I got kicked out of the state of North Carolina, moved to Atlanta for 6 months. Then I land here, July 1st, 2010, got into a relationship.
So from these clips, Donovan Sharpe makes it clear that he arrived in Las Vegas on July 1st, 2010. What he also points out is that he was in Atlanta for 6 months prior to booking his flight to Las Vegas. And so it's fair to say that Donovan Sharpe would have been in Atlanta between January and June of 2010, which is unfortunately where we run into the first issue. Because according to the Raleigh Police Department, Donovan Sharpe was arrested on February 2nd, 2010 for writing bad checks. He was then arrested for a second time by the same Raleigh Police Department a few months later on June 14th for driving while his license was revoked at a time in which he was supposed to be in Atlanta. So there goes the first inconsistency with his story. Here's the second.
I clicked it, and on July 1st, 2010, I landed in the LBG, and my life has been forever changed. I got kicked out of the state of North Carolina, moved to Atlanta for 6 months. Then I land here, July 1st, 2010,
So now, if Donovan Sharpe arrived in Las Vegas on July 1st, 2010, then how is it that he was arrested a month later by the Raleigh Police Department on August 4th for failing to appear at his court hearing for his arrest back in June? Well, by now the answer should be obvious. It's because he made up this elaborate story and lied about moving to Las Vegas in July of 2010. But it gets worse, because on December 22nd, 2011, Donovan Sharpe was again arrested for writing bad checks, this time by the Holly Springs Police Department, proving that he was still in North Carolina at that time. But here's further evidence from Donovan Sharpe himself.
I got married at 25 years old, to a woman who really married me to get out of her parents' house. We're gonna do the godly thing. We don't wanna live in sin because we have to go to RCA and all that good stuff, right? Okay, we got divorced after 7 years. We didn't have any money, didn't have any children. So then, a couple of years later, I enroll at a community college in rural North Carolina, and I met a girl.
Now, in case you guys missed it, Donovan Sharpe stated that he got married in 2003 at 25 years old, got divorced 7 years later, which would be 2010, and a couple of years after the divorce, which would be 2012, enrolled at a community college in North Carolina. And so we see that even Donovan Sharpe himself is having a hard time keeping up and remembering his own lies, which is why his timeline still isn't adding up to him leaving North Carolina in 2010. Now, as previously stated, the reason for why I believe Donovan Sharpe made up this elaborate story about himself and how he got to Las Vegas is so that he could have some sort of credibility when it came to selling his books and courses. Nevertheless, this is just one of the many lies that Donovan Sharpe has told his audience over the years that I'll be exposing on this channel. And so with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching, and until next time, God bless.